So as the price of university attendance rose and continues to rise precipitously, the expectation that there has to be something on the other end to pay for all this
Yeah.
increases as well. So, you could probably produce a graph that would layer those two, trends on top of each other.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. At some point, you have to run the ROI and say, can I afford to do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. And if, and one of the things our universities don't do is they don't have variable pricing. So, you're going to pay the same in almost every case, whether you're going to be a social worker or you're going to be in finance. Well, when that price is really, really high, what's going to happen? People are going to drift towards those fields that they think might be more, capable of providing income over time so they can pay back the loans that they took out in school. It warps the whole system.
Yeah. As you say that, I probably should have gotten a discount as a philosophy minor and a major in Austrian economics, because the Austrians are not mainstream and accepted in the profession. So
Yeah.
yeah, I should have gotten a discount.
Look, I think one of the things we could do to reform higher ed as we talk about those issues is I think there should be, depending upon what one studies, there should be different lengths for degrees, different pricing for degrees. If we made those kind of modifications, I think we could bring balance back to the university.
Yeah, and competition, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you? So let's talk about the inflation of a college, the price of a college education. It's pretty dramatic to the point where it's probably a barrier to entry for a lot of students that would benefit from a liberal arts education. Is it driven by all of the money that government puts into it so that you get this natural ratchet effect?
That's a common trope, right? That, this sort of the subsidized loans, the Pell Grants, and that have driven up the price. I think that's a part of it. The truth is, and this is kind of an inside baseball piece. Those sky high tuitions, like nobody pays that, right? There's this bizarre
It's like a
pricing
hospital
system,
bill. Yeah.
like a hospital bill,
Yeah.
and tuition set that high so that they have lots and lots of variable, flexible pricing points below that. And when you apply to a university, this is not public because public has fixed pricing, but private universities, they have these elaborate matrices that say, okay, Matt got this on the SAT. He had a 3.0 on his GPA, pretty good student. His family makes this much money. And then they put it all into some, I don't know, magic hat, and it spits out a number. And the number says, we think if we offered Matt a $30,000 discount, we can get him. But if you hadn't done quite as well on the SAT, maybe it would have been a $20,000 discount. And it's a really complex. I mean, there are consulting firms that do all this for these universities. It's really quite complex. So the pricing is mysterious, and I think that's a problem. It's not transparent. But when people think the price of college has gone really high, the actual amount that you pay to go to college hasn't risen as much as you'd think. So, for example, I'm going to anonymize schools because this is private information, but I know schools that when their tuition was $60,000 a year less tuition, the average net tuition that they actually collected per student was about $24,000.
Yeah.
So that's what the average student is paying, not 60. So it's complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so how does government money fit into that? I'm not sure, but so that's one piece of it. The other reason, a material reason the price is going up, is the expansion of administration. And I'm certainly not original in saying that, but it's just true. You have places that have more administrators than students now, and where faculty has not really risen, the administration has sort of metastasized, and that's because we treat universities now as like all-inclusive luxury resorts, right? You go there and you expect to have everything: entertainment, physical fitness. There's going to be somebody clipping the bushes. You've got to have, a laundry service, a police force. It's like when you're a college president, you're not president of a college, you're like the mayor of a small town. And all of that does cost quite a lot of money. But the schools that don't have that aren't as competitive on the market. Because when somebody goes around, when families go around, and I just did this last year with my daughter, we did college tours. Family goes around, what are they actually looking at? The sushi bar, the workout facility. Nobody asks about the actual curriculum. They don't ask. And so the schools play to that market. So I think the consumers, if you want to call them that, are also part of the problem.
Interesting.
Thank you for watching Kibbe on Liberty. You can watch new episodes every Wednesday anywhere that you consume podcasts, on YouTube, on Apple, on Spotify, whatever. Watch, click, like, check it out.